And it's right here. Like, so your mind says that you're acting and that you're the size of your body, whereas in each moment it's life acting. So you might think Lisa's speaking, and even though I will say Lisa is speaking and it comes through Lisa's pattern, in actuality these words come from life, from this big expansive place that's completely impersonal. That life doesn't care, good or bad or right or wrong, doesn't care. It's just experiencing itself. It doesn't have emotions, it doesn't have empathy. It creates all of that, but it doesn't inherently have it. And it doesn't mean that it's evil or wicked. Normally we're waiting for like the big mama or the big papa to come along and like represent life itself and be like, here, dear, let me look after you. Come suckle. But life doesn't, and that's why it's so free, because it doesn't have emotions, it doesn't have feelings, it doesn't have ideas, it doesn't have anything. It's nothing. You could call it love. And in that, it totally embraces every part of its creation. It doesn't leave it. It's there in everything. You know, when the world is going to shit and when people are doing terrible things or terrible things are happening, consciousness doesn't just opt out and go, you bad children, I'm off out of here, I'm leaving you. It's there holding everything in its agony, its hells, its beauty, its divinity. The person is obsessed with divinity. We must bring forward divinity, pleasure, divinity, pleasure, divinity, pleasure, stay out pain, stay out badness. And in that it creates a super self, like a bigger self. The more it plays that game of trying to get to pleasure and avoid pain, it creates a bigger self. If you realize, or if you pay a lot of attention to yourself, you'll notice that what your mind is always thinking about is how to avoid pain or get to pleasure. And that thinking creates this self. So if you're going into a room, maybe you're thinking about how to press people or what to say, and that's about receiving pleasure. Or if you're driving home, maybe you're thinking about your dinner, that's about getting pleasure. Or if you've done something wrong, maybe you're thinking about how you can get away with it or make it better or pick up the pieces. So if you believe that you've got this and that you understand it, you haven't got it, you don't understand it, because who would understand it and who would get it? If you think you've had awakening experiences, I mean, I know I talk about them like they're going out of fashion, but if you believe that you've had awakening experiences, just realize who knows that? Who knows it? Who's judging that? Who? Who let the dogs out? Who? So who has these experiences? Who's waking up? And that one that's telling you this constant story of where you are in the path, how many experiences you've had, how close you are, that is the very illusion, and that can't have any perspective on waking up because it's appearing inside the dream. Anything that's experienced is appearing inside the dream, and that voice that's always going on about spirituality and where you are and that you're going to get here or get there, or that you've had a bad day or a good day or this or that, notice that that is being experienced. And the experiencer is not a thing. It doesn't care. It's not judging your spiritual path or thinking you've had this awakening or that awakening. It's here in everything, in hells and heaven, in identification and non-identification. It doesn't move, and it's not a thing, and yet it's all things. So even this spiritual path that you're seeking for, see what that see what that is. It's another form of you trying to get somewhere that's appearing in this. Constantly trying to get somewhere. If I understand this, if I get this emotion, if I get to samadhi, if I have this experience, if I do that, I will arrive. But who is this I? Who? Boing, boing, whoop, boing, boing. Who is this I? Who? Who's going to get there? Who's seeing all these things? There is no I. There is just it happening. This happening.